Today's January 9th, in the year of our Lord 2023. It is a Monday. We've got a panel in front of us here. Randy, who'd you get?
Well, we have Thor tonight, and I think Sassy made it in.
Good evening.
You're in trouble, God of Thunder. You're producing a lot of mayhem.
I know.
Sassy might be having audio issues. If you want to put a mute on and go help her with that, hon. Okay,
I got it down.
Oh, so are you telling me that? Oh, wait, that's right. You met a time traveler who had a phone in the 1700s. So you know how to work one?
Let me get this straight right now. Life if you want to, because I'm mad as hell.
Okay, well, I need someone mad as hell, because if I was in Los Angeles right now, I'd be mad as hell too.
Well, I don't play these games at the very last minute. I done told you that.
I'm not trying to play games with you. I appreciate your presence, and I am working, and I apologize. I will do a better job of inviting you in the correct time frame. Maybe tomorrow. Apparently not.
This was a sudden update on some really awful weather in California, right?
Yes.
I understand that, but the last minute then tell me he's waiting on me, that don't get it with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's bring out the information.
That don't get it to me.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate your company. If you were in Los Angeles right now, you'd be looking for a boat.
No, if I was in Los Angeles, I'd done been gone.
Are you telling me you wouldn't put up with that slightly left-leaning environment?
I wouldn't be in Los Angeles to begin with. That's what causes so much trouble out there. That's where I was when this all happened.
So this is the California basin, and it is in trouble, let alone all the earthquakes. Oh, look, my gosh, they're all over the place.
Good. I hope it blows it off the map. I know I'm mad.
Your wish might come true. You know,
good.
There's a whole bunch of people out here who are dealing with it. The weather sucks. There's flash flooding warnings all over the county, and there's nothing but rain coming. Looks like Thursday they get to go out and write checks. They're going to cover them up again. An entire week of rain coming, and I've already got an area that is completely covered. So once upon a time, this same event happened. We've been talking about this from 100 years ago, right? This is happening right now.
It runs in cycles.
Twitter feed for Los Angeles County, flash flood warnings. Look at this. Move to high ground. Fear. Full closure of 160 from 101 near Santa Maria Junction of Highway 33 due to multiple rocks and mudslides. This is a coastal area. These are adjuncts from Highway 1, 101 and 166. They go off into the residential spots. Look at this. You know how expensive this property is? Well, unless you're down here in Compton. So, look, I'm sorry, Thor, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying it just runs in cycles.
It does. So this is the weather. This is recent. I just pulled this up right before the show. No idea what these people are going to say.
And it's just the repetition, too, that's taking such a toll, right, with these storms?
Yeah, the wet grounds, too, making it so much easier for these trees to topple. I mean, we didn't see a lot in the videos, pictures of trees kind of snapped. A lot of these were uprooted.
Right.
And that was from all the wet ground that we have, too. It just makes it a lot easier for that to happen. I think we'll have another period of some winds tonight, but I do not anticipate damaging winds into the overnight hours. All right, rainfall reports. Last 24 hours, here's a list of some of them coming in from our area. Arnold, up in the foothills, picking up just more than 4.5 inches of rain. Vacaville, we had some reports.
Now let's talk about this for a second. I lived in Florida for a very long time. It's the last 24 hours. Look, an inch of rain is okay. Everybody says we always need the rain. 2 inches of rain, okay, I'm still there if that doesn't happen every day. Over 2 inches, 2.5 inches, almost 5 inches. That water's got to go somewhere. When you make these in tributary and down river, it gets bad quick.
To some high water earlier today, coming in about 2.5 inches of rainfall. Davis, nearly 2 inches of rain, and Sacramento, just more than 1 inch of rainfall. That was at the International Airport, by the way, the downtown gauge picking up a little bit more than that. So that was a 24-hour take of the rainfall. Now that rain has been focused down to the south across much of Tuolumne County, up into the higher elevations of the Sierra as well. Otherwise, you go near Highway 50 northward, it has been nice and quiet for now, and we'll take it, allowing a lot of the rivers to recede and lower quite a bit. The northern edge of that rain has been moving just to the north now, so it's coming into areas like Modesto, starting to see the northern.
So I want you to look at this for a second and see that Yosemite is here. Yosemite National Park takes up a bunch of this. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. Notice how it's covered over. Now they're going to tell you this is snow, but snow is going to, unless my elevation changes, which they don't topographically, except this basin is sort of accurate. But the national parks are going to be part of this.
Extent of all of that rain. The heaviest has been down to the south from Fresno toward Bakersfield. And look at this. These are flash flood warnings right now that have been in place down toward the Santa Barbara area, also just north of Los Angeles, because of all that rain causing some significant flooding concerns into Southern California. So here's the big picture right now. You can see that big swirl. This is with that storm system. And right here, those clouds, that's the atmospheric river that we've been tapping into, throwing in plenty of rainfall in our direction. But the next round is coming in for tonight. So out ahead of that, wind advisories go back into
40-mile-an-hour winds and heavy rain in soaked soil. That's going to topple trees. Oh, a tree smashed my house. This is the insurance industry taking money out of California. This is Los Angeles County right now. It's cold and rainy. Tomorrow, it's going to be cold and rainy. And then it's going to dry out for a day or so. So all the tributaries can run downstream and go downstream flood, and then I'm going to get hit again. This is happening in California right now. Right now. This is the flood map.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to be praying for the people in California.
I'm telling you, baby. Let's add to a list. Okay? Go over here.
I've been in Los Angeles and was there for 3 years, and we could spend 2 hours with rain and it already come up to your door where it opened on a car.
Yep. Yeah, this is about washing California out. So this is a volcano right here, by the way. We're in Hawaii. I was wishing that we'd get Nance on, but she didn't respond. So probably because I came back too late because I suck at scheduling. Sorry, Sass. So
we know.
There's things I'm good at. There's things I'm not good at. So if you don't watch it, you'll get the scheduling job.
I'll get a schedule and it won't be right. So,
well, then we'll make a fine pair, Ollie.
I'm always on time if I'm told to be on time.
I'm the wizard. Nothing starts till I get there. I am always on time. Okay.
Yeah,
we're in the Hawaiian Islands here. And, the ways of the wizard are not known by many. So this is lava flow. This is lava flow. Okay, this is lava flow from this freaking mountain. Look at where it comes down. These are lava flow lines. They come into this basin. So Hilo is you got to get over here in Kona Shore, or this is a partial military base. We're in the center of this national highway that comes around. These are, you see, there's actual roads cut in. There's people that live here and shit. Now, why you live in the shadow of a volcano, I'm not exactly sure, but this is not new. You got, where am I? We got earthquake reports up and down Polish, so we know that one of the things the bad guys do is they trigger volcanoes. And we also know what the good guys do is they trigger volcanoes so they can get the lava flow to go down. Washing out a deep underground base with water is one thing. Sealing it with lava is another. So 3.5, that's a real earthquake. What do we had here? January 9th, 2.8, 2.9, 2.5, January 8th, 2.5, 2.6. Look at this. January 6th, 5, 5, 5, 5. There's something going on here.
No kidding.
Hawaii volcanoes. Here we go.
It's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but here at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, it's also the most crowded. Unwrap these ranger tips before you visit this busy holiday season. Explore the park website before you arrive. It's a virtual stocking stuffed with essential information. And don't forget to download the free NPS app. It's like
Park ranger man, show me the volcano. Oh, it's like having a park ranger in your pocket. Is that grooming?
if there's no parking, visit another
this
area.
This is what's exploding right now. We're having this happen in real time. So this is a national park. We just saw a park ranger. Sorry, my transition sucks here.
True.
What I'm trying the voice of respect speaks. So a total of 84.9 million acres are taken from us. 84.9 million acres. Oh, it's only 3.6. Really? There's 423 national park sites that take up 85 million acres. What are they hiding? If you look at back at this map over here, you come back to the States, go back to the mainline, Mahalo, gracias. There's a swath of these states that goes right through here. We did a show the other day on infrastructure that's remaining from Tartaria. This entire coastline is still filled with possible functioning Tartarian infrastructure. So is this coast, left coast, right coast. Everything in the middle is wiped out. So if I look at the states that don't have any state parks, it's Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Wisconsin. So that is this swath right here. So if you were going to take a big ray gun and just swath across the U.S. somewhere about 1921, then I get the Dust Bowl, I get a mud event from rain and everything else. That's what's happening over here. These are supposedly the national site designation. If I want to confuse something, what do? I break it up and I make it hard to count. It's exactly what's happening. Oh, we got these. Get me to 85 million acres, please. There's historic sites. Those are usually a building or two, maybe 25 or 30 acres. National memorials, those are 25 or 30 acres. Still way short of a million, let alone 85 million. National parks. Okay, I might get there. There's 4 of them. National parkways, site preserves. They're pretty big. Those might be a few million apiece. It's still hard for me to get to 85 million. This has been stolen from us. And it's stolen in this fashion. They use storms and wars. Well, their wars aren't working. So let's talk about the storm side. Columbus Day in 1962, they had a storm that was unprecedented. This is a weather manufactured event.
Thursday evening, October 11th, 1962 in Medford, Oregon. It was the night before the most powerful windstorm of the 20th century hit the Pacific Northwest. That Friday, October 12th, 1962, a Columbus Day storm produced widespread wind damage from Northern California through Oregon, Washington, and parts of Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Medford, Oregon had a peak wind gust of 58 miles per hour, while Klamath Falls gusted to 66 miles per hour. Winds gusted from around 70 to 130 miles per hour across many coastal areas of Oregon, causing massive damage. In fact, Cape Blanco reported an extreme wind gust around 150 miles per hour, but that was achieved with damaged wind equipment and was likely higher. Forecasters unfortunately had limited technology back then, and weather observations were frequently incorrect from ships at sea. They had little idea how severe this storm would actually be. This storm had the characteristics of a hurricane, which makes sense since it originated as a super typhoon in the Western Pacific. Trees, buildings, and power lines were destroyed, and some residents were without power for more than 2 weeks. All told, 46 deaths were caused by this storm. This is expected to have explosive growth over the weather technology today is a whole different story. Meteorologists now have a growing list of forecasting tools at their fingertips. Our modern computer models, satellite and radar imagery would have easily identified this powerful and strengthening storm getting ready to plow into the Pacific Northwest. A full suite of watches, warnings, and advisories would have also been sent out in advance of this dangerous storm, giving the public plenty of time to prepare for this event. Continuously updating observations along with high-resolution computer forecast models have greatly advanced forecasting ability in the last several decades. This alone would have made predicting this incredible storm much easier and with better accuracy. Social media, smartphones, and improving communication technology will only make getting the message out much easier and quicker to the public when the next major storm hits the Pacific Northwest. But check it out by morning. Here's the cold front. Look at this wall of rain right along the coast, heavy rainfall, possibly some thunderstorms, then moving inland. By the afternoon, the cold front's coming through our area and then moving off to the east. Still have some more rain and showers heavy.
So in 1962, we have this weather event. Okay. Let's look at the rest of this. So look back at Ash Wednesday storm of 1962.
Days of high tide flooding, days of low tide flooding, lots of wind and rain. That was the historic Ash Wednesday nor'easter of 1962. This year we're celebrating the 60th anniversary of it. And we're here on the Ventnor Boardwalk with Jim Everwine, longtime National Weather Service meteorologist and Absecon resident, to talk about the storm and its place in history. Jim, thanks for being here today. My first question is, when you look at storms at the Jersey Shore, where does that Ash Wednesday storm rank, in your opinion?
Well, it was always the benchmark storm for many, many years, John. And
So this guy says it's a benchmark storm for many, many years. Many years. Fear, fear, fear. Oh, come on. Get me through the Goldie commercial. The hell is this crap? Dreamy Sleep Gummies. I have a Dreamy Sleep Gummy. It's called Pendleton's. Or maybe a PB&J, which is a Pabst Blue Ribbon and a shot of JMO.
Jeez.
You can call me Michael.
Hey, I left that behind.
Not me. It's a primary sacrament. I didn't say I was perfect. I said I was forgiven, bro.
That's right. I hear you.
Do I get my video? You jerks. You can't trust anybody anymore, let alone a news site. Okay, what else is going on during this time? Okay, this is a historical account on onthisday.com, which is obviously a this is produced by people that have $10. Now, if I go look at an 62 in August, I get a list. These are important things, okay? This is the hallmark storm, right? Hey, in September, what do I get here? Oh, I get all these things that happen. In October, I get nothing. The Lucy Show premieres. In November, what do I get here? I get a bunch of stuff in November. Oh, wait, December's pretty active. A bunch of stuff happens in December. In October, I get nothing. So I had a landmark storm that destroyed an entire seaboard, and I get nothing. Oh, what else happened? JFK and the Kennedy the missile crisis 10 days later. What are you doing 10 days after your house gets destroyed? Are you watching television?
Sure I am.
Well,
Right under a tree,
Most people.
waiting on somebody to build me a house.
yeah. Having your dog run on a treadmill to create electricity so your TV will run. Come on.
Absolutely.
We have a Cuban Missile Crisis going on. This is days after the adjacent event. I'm going to give you some fear, and then about a storm. I'm going to destroy your house, and then I'm going to tell you we're going to get attacked by nuclear weapons. This is John Kennedy under attack. John Kennedy under attack. And you know what? This is California under attack right now. Right now.
I absolutely agree.
So let's go over here. We'll take off the earthquake because we're a little shaken up there.
And why do you think California is under attack?
Because California was the capital of the Tartarian universe. This is where all the tech was. San Francisco Basin, all the way up through here.
And why do they want to destroy it then?
They want to destroy the remnant of a time when we were not under tyranny.
Because they
Because
don't
they're
want
losing-
us remembering.
Because they're losing everything they got to begin with.
Tell
And
me-
they thought they was
Tell me
they-
about that, because
they
people don't
thought-
believe me.
they thought we were dumb enough, us patriots was dumb enough to take their crap and put up with it and not do nothing about it.
Why
And
don't you
when
keep
we,
going? Why don't you keep going? Tell
And
me what
when-
we're not going to put up with, because I'm sick of this shit too.
and when we finally, and we're not a violent person like they are. And they went out there, and how do you think that signs and bricks and everything was everywhere when they attacked these other places? Well, their cronies would put them out there. They put their cronies out there to get it ready to destroy all of us and destroyed everything. Now they're doing it in California.
That's
And
right. But there's
they can't
patriots
even
all over the
hide.
world. Yeah, and there's
They
patriots
can't go
standing up all over the
anywhere.
world. Oh, sorry about that,
I'm
Linda.
sorry, Thor. Go ahead.
Sassy. No, I was just saying, patriots are waking up all across the world. They understand the tyranny that we're under, and they're standing up for their rights, and that's what we all should do. And that's what we're doing here is just giving information, expanding your mind, expand your, do some critical thinking on what's happening here.
But every time somebody stood up to them, see, the patriots at first wouldn't stand up for themselves because we're not one to start arguments and fights. We're ones that sit back and say, well, we'll let them do what they want to do as long as they don't bother us. Well, now they're bothering us.
But yeah, they had programmed us for thousands of years.
They're taking away our rights for the past 100 years, and we're finding it out, and longer than that, actually.
Amen.
And we're finally tired of it. And if it takes going and having a civil war, that's what we're going to do. But we don't want to.
I'm not advocating anything. Hillary Clinton says in a piece of leaked video quite a while ago, they find out what we did, they're going to shoot us in the streets. If we start shooting magistrates and doctors,
no,
and
we're not going to do that.
Well, they already we can't break America while we're fixing it. That's all I'm saying.
We're not going to do that. We're just going to go out there. We have to stand up in front of them and say, no, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to be the violent ones. We never have been the violent ones.
Well, we can use our voice. God gave us a powerful voice. We can use our
voice and say no more. And that's what we're doing here. No, we're not violent. We never have been violent. But should they come into our home, that's a different subject.
This is what happens when one man stands up. See my screen?
Yeah, they all run.
They stop. They stop. They allow us to get in position.
Yeah.
These people are under tyranny. This is expensive. You lived out there. I lived out there. I know California. I hate it. I don't want to go back ever.
Me either.
Look at Los Angeles County. You know how many people live down here? These people are under severe flood. I'm going to take your house and we'll fill it with water. I'm going to send you to a hospital where you have to pay. I'm going to keep you from your job so you can't pay your rent, and I'm going to evict you from your flooded house. I'm going to take it from you at the bank. I'm going to send you to a store where you can't get anything unless you have a vaccine mandate or a mask.
You're not even able to get in your car and leave because it'll flood it out.
Yep. Yeah, we looked at this yesterday in our recap. Don't get in your car. You might get driven. You might get floated away. I can't go anywhere. My house is flooded. I got to get in my car. I can't do that. That's tyranny.
Tyranny and fear. That's their source.
That's the combination. Look, I want to get this out. California under siege. It's happening right now in front of us. Watch the text. I want to come back into a follow-up show here. Hey, everybody say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gandalph.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Gracie.